Alright, everybody. Welcome to episode 295 of Psykos Platters. Always powered by coffee each and every time. Yes. So, I promised last episode, that I was going to do an album review. So what came from London? About 2 weeks back, roughly. Sorry for the delay, kids, but life happens. From 7A, Micky Dolenz live in Japan. That's right. Oh man, from 7A. I always like that bit. Okay, so here's the front. Here's the back. So, I'm going to tell you something. As everybody knows, I am a really, really big Monkees fan. I have been for, well, geez. Man, it's going to be going on 50 years pretty soon. Almost. But the thing is that 7A, ever since they started a few years back, have put out excellent quality product when it comes to solo Monkees output. This one here, believe it or not, no surprise. It is still consistent in quality and fun, I would say, okay? This live in Japan was from 1982. He was a little nervous, based on the liner notes here and some other interviews that I gleaned off of. He was a little nervous going to Japan in '82. But to go backstory a little bit, which I briefly touched on in the Davy Jones live in Japan, in 1980 in Japan, Kodak decided to use the song Daydream Believer in one of their commercials. That, believe it or not, sparked Monkey Mania again. They started showing the old shows. Davy was the first one to show up, okay, live, followed by Peter Tork and his band The New Monks in '81. And then Micky shows up in January 1982 with his family in tow, and they do 6 shows. That's right, 6 shows. Now this album here, the one nice thing that 7A likes to do, and I'll show you on this bit, there is only 800 copies worldwide of this. 800 copies. Now, no photo labels this time, but that's right. In beautiful splatter vinyl. Yeah, I kind of dig this. It's very, very trippy. It's a 180 gram, of course. I like the quality on this. Plays decently through and through. But, so, the splatter vinyl is still available. It's right around the, from what I've scoped out, the $28 to the $30 price range. Alright? DeepDiscount.com, Amazon.com, and here in the States has got this. So, what I kind of thought, as opposed to the other live stuff that I've heard from Japan from the early 80s, the song selection's a little different on this one, at least in my opinion. And I'm just gonna, just bear with me. I'm gonna read down here some of this stuff, okay? Right off the bat, you know, you're talking about 17 tracks, and 2 of those tracks are going to be, he recorded a new single at the time to be released as well. But he starts off with Sunny Girlfriend, which, you know, he does a couple Mike songs on here, and he actually does them justice. So he starts off with Sunny Girlfriend, and Last Train to Clarksville. By the way, at least as far as for, he had a crack band called Marlboro. It was a Japanese band named Marlboro. And the musicianship from these guys was really, really good. Just like with Davy and the Live in Japan with the Ricky and the Revolvers, I dig what they did for Micky for these 6 shows. You got Marlboro, you've got a couple female background singers too. What I dig on about a bunch of these songs, the piano seems to stand out, like with Sunny Girlfriend and Last Train to Clarksville. With Last Train and a couple other songs, there's a little bit of echo provided, and it actually works. It's kind of slightly trippy at times. Overall, it is a really good recording. It's straight off of a soundboard. I think, out of all honesty, out of the whole album, I think I only heard one very quick dip in, like, you know, very little, like, couple second dip of low inaudible. The rest of it was great. And it's just a fun recording. Now, there's some, like I said, let's keep going with the track selection, shall we? So after those, you just may be the one, another Nez song, right? I'm a Believer. Randy Scouse Get, he has fun with that. Zoran Zam, this might have been the first time that he's attempted it live, at least from what I've gathered and what I'm believed. So Zoran Zam, Pillow Time was another one. Pillow Time, if I remember correctly, was a album track on Instant Replay. So it was kind of funny, and his mother wrote it. His mother wrote Pillow Time. And so he put that out there. Shades of Grey was interesting, I thought. So that's side one. Side two, you got Mary Mary. No Time is fun. He goes off, does a slight little, what I call, you know, it's fun, but it's cheesy, overdone, just a teensy bit for No Time in Pleasant Valley Sunday. He just goes way out there. He does Daydream Believer justice. I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. Going Down is really cool. Then he gets to the single. Beverly Hills is the main track, and then To Be or Not to Be is the other track. I'm glad to hear him, but I'm not a big fan of that single. Now, the studio versions, I thought, were minorly better, at least in my opinion, but he's having fun here, and that's really kind of what counts. So, if you're a Monkees fan, if you're a Micky Dolenz fan, I love all the Monkees, nevertheless. Go get this album, okay? There is, of course, a deluxe CD, DVD, so it's 2-disc edition on that package. The DVD will have a concert film from, I do not know if it is one whole show, from complete show, or it's parts of those 6 from '82, okay? I've seen teensy-weensy bits and I've liked it. Also, there'll be a couple bonus tracks on the CD. I'm Your Man, which was 1978 Eurovision Song Contest, if I remember correctly. He put in for that. And then also Tomorrow, which was off of Bugsy Malone, which he directed that as well. So those are on the CD DVD package. But if you're like me and you're a vinyl enthusiast, grab this up. That splatter vinyl, only 800 copies worldwide, kids. Once again, thumbs up to 7A. Excellent product as always. So, as I always say, here's a nice little suggestion. We've had representation from Davey, Micky, and Mike. Now it's time for Peter. I think Peter deserves an album on 7A. That's right. How about maybe one of those 1981 Peter and the New Monks live tapes? Hell, if I remember correctly, I remember tripping on YouTube to a 1977 CBGB. He was at CBGB and somebody recorded that. The Bottom Line. He was at the Bottom Line in New York City. Somebody recorded that. Maybe we could do something, but I know that they could come through for the Monkees fans too. So once again, thank you 7A, thank you Monkees fans, and thank you Psykos Platters audience for sticking in here. And like I said, when I love new music, I will crow about it. Another one to crow about, kids. Take care, God bless, rock on, and I'll see you next time, okay?